The election observers under the platform of Independent Foreign Observers have commended the Independent National Electoral Commission for transparency over the conduct of the yesterday's presidential and National Assembly elections.
In Abuja, Jeff and I, personally, saw voting begin as late as 9:30 p.m. after we arrived. And later in the day, in a Mararaba polling station in Nasarawa state, voting didn't begin until 1 p.m., again after we arrived. Observers in Asokoro 1, Abuja, witnessed a situation where there was confusion of the exact location of a polling station because of the previous demolition of a Total service station that had been used to identify the location for voters. INEC officials set up at the nearest Total service station where they performed their duties for citizens who had lined up there. Upon discovering there was a collection of voters in a different location, where the former service station was located, INEC officials moved their voting materials to this location. Some citizens were worried that the votes the officials brought to the new station indicated ballot box stuffing, but were eventually mollified when officials explained the confusion over the location. And again, Jeff and I were there to witness that ourselves. The various security agencies were professional in handling incidents of ballot box snatching and other forms of electoral malpractices. Worthy of mention is the professionalism displayed by the Nigerian army. The security agencies were on top of the situation in areas that were hitherto known for election-related violence and the other regions as a whole. Observers watched votes being counted at polling stations, noting that the announcement of the vote from each ballot was announced clearly and that citizens were monitoring the process along with officials and party monitors. From reports collated from our field officers, the 2019 general elections to this point seem free, fair and credible, as neither party can fault the transparent process that occasioned accreditation and voting. Able to cast his ballot with relative ease. Observers were impressed that it was common citizens, not officials, who took the initiative to help their fellow citizen exercise his democratic right.
The group urged Nigerians to ensure that the fundamentality of card reader must be fully tested and properly calibrated before deployment to the polling units.
The 2019 general elections in Nigeria, though appearing to be free, fair and credible at this juncture, using our international set parameters and the feedback gathered from the 2,200 plus observers deployed to the various states, there are a few areas that need to be looked into with regard to the conduct of elections in the future. The functionality of smart card readers must be fully tested and properly calibrated before deployment to the polling units before the elections, to reduce the use of manual voting, which takes time and might be exploited or abused. Improvement is needed in the areas of logistics and the training of electoral officials. For example, a digital voting system, perhaps using mobile phones, tablets, and/or voting cards embedded with codes that can be swiped to register a voter's choice, should be explored. A stronger effort to start voting on time will make the process more comfortable and healthy for voters, as well as improving voter turnout.
In conclusion, group congratulated the Nigerian government and its citizens for their enthusiasm, perseverance and fair play in pursuing their democratic ideas through this election.
Elections appear to have been free, fair and credible to this point. It is therefore advised that winners and losers should see beyond themselves and their political aspirations to promote the unity of Nigeria as a country. Worthy of commendation are the staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission, the officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army and other security agencies for maintaining order and contributing to a sense of calm and security which enabled domestic and foreign observers to efficiently carry out our duties, and voters to exercise their democratic right to responsibility. We would like to congratulate the Nigerian government and Nigerian citizens for their enthusiasm, perseverance and fair play in pursuing the democratic ideals through this election.